Good morning everyone, Melissa again here with a Dolly video. As you can see, today I'm going to be doing the BJD Dolly Crew end of year tag. It has been about a year since I started the hobby, and as you can see I have accumulated quite a crew. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to go through and talk to you about my dolls and where I got them from and all of that good stuff. So, I started the hobby, I think, the end of 2017 or the beginning of 2018, which is this year. And yeah, this is everybody. I'm going to start in this upper corner and go from left to right. These are my Monster High girls. I got these 11-inch or 12-inch dolls in a used lot. It was a pack of 7 for like 40 bucks, so I was really excited about that. All of the girls are in pretty good condition, everyone except maybe Laguna in the back there, who's missing one of her, well, she's missing her leg fins, and I think I might epoxy that and paint over it so that you don't see the holes. And I want to do face-ups on all of these girls, but unfortunately the sealant I use, the Rust-Oleum clear matte coat sealant, doesn't really work very well on ABS plastic. It tends to leave them kind of shiny, and if anyone has a suggestion for what I can use as an alternative on ABS that isn't MSC, because I can't bring that in because the customs laws are a little bit strict when it comes to importing flammable goods. If you can give me a suggestion of different brands you've used successfully that isn't MSC, let me know in the comments. These girls are some of my larger dolls. This is Mercedes. I got Claudine and Mercedes from my husband for my birthday this year. I'm really happy that I have them. Claudine is just thebomb.com on the show, and I really love her. I've made all of these dresses that you see my girls wearing. I've made a lot of my dolls' clothes. Not these girls up here. These are the stock clothes that they got when I purchased them. So those guys are all factory dressed, and everyone else is in clothes that I've made. So yeah, I got Claudine off of Amazon. My husband bought her for me for my birthday. I got Guliope from eBay. She was another used doll. I think she was like $15 with free shipping. I did her face up, and as you can see, she's on the shiny side, and I'm not 100% pleased with how she turned out, so I will probably be doing her face up over because I'm not really glad about how her eyes turned out. Her dress is really cute, which I'm really liking right now. It's a little halter dress I made from some scraps. So yeah, that turned out really well. And Mercedes' dress, I got her from Amazon as well in the same order as Claudine. And I made her little dress. She is just the cutest little bean. I love her to pieces, and I'm really glad I got her. So up to the BJDs. This is I believe it's a Doll's Own Mew Mew. I got her from a really sweet girl off of Instagram. This is a hybrid doll. This is a doll Chateau K11 body. It's the taller of the MSD girl bodies. And she has a Doll's Own head whose sculpt I can't remember right now. The face up is one that I've done myself, and I need to make her a wig. I'm imagining her as like a really fiery redhead, and I'm really looking forward to that. These eyes are random eyes that I got with the doll. I'm not 100% sure what brand it is, but I did make her dress. And next to her is Doll Chateau Agatha. The head actually did not come on this body. It actually came on this body here. So these two were together, and this head came with a separate body that I had. This body here came from another doll I ordered as well. But I ordered this girl, well, I got Agatha off of Instagram with the other body, and the seller was really, really nice. She was really floppy when I first got her. She wouldn't stand properly, and she was really dirty, which I was kind of upset about, but I cleaned her up, and she's beautiful, and I'm really glad. And this K01 body, which is the slimmer, more human-sized MSD body, I got from another seller on Instagram. She was really nice as well, but she didn't warn me just how dirty this body was. She did mention that it would need some cleaning, but she did not mention how much cleaning. But I've got her cleaned up as well. I think it took me 2 hours to get the body all cleaned up and de-yellowed and all restrung. So yeah, that happened. And yeah, aside from how dirty she was, I was really pleased with how well the body poses and the way it moves and everything. She's not kicky, she's very, very solid when she stands, and I'm really glad that I have her. She does have a company face-up, because I wasn't quite brave enough yet to do face-ups, and I kind of like her original face-up, so I left it as it was. And let's move over. This, oh wait, this girl's name is Margaret. I've kept her name as Agatha, also known as Aggie, and I feel like she gets annoyed with me every time I call her Aggie, but she's my Aggie, and that's what she'll have to deal with. And this is Ilana. She is my Lillycat Constantine in tan skin. I really, really like how her face-up turned out. She is the first MSD resin doll that I've done a face-up on, and I don't know if you can tell, but there's like, there's gold paint on her eyes, and she's got on her chin and her forehead, like a little decorative type. There we are. I'm really glad her face-up turned out so well, and she has little gold freckles, is why you see those little sparkly bits on her face, and I'm really glad. This La La Loopsie actually came with one of my other Lillycat dolls that I'll show in a little bit. She was a gift as well as some clothes and stuff. And I also made Alana's outfit. I actually knitted this little top, and the skirt was some fabric I got from Joann's. All the fabric I used on these dresses are from Joann, I think. This girl is another hybrid. She is a doll in mine Lorena head that was in the pink or peach skin, I think. And it's on a doll zone. It's on a doll Chateau KO1 body in the yellow skin. So I did have to color match the head with the body, and I'm really pleased with how well the color match came out. She has a pair of lemon jelly eyes, which I really, really love. I love lemon jelly's eyes because they look kind of like they're following you when you move around the room, so it makes her look more lifelike, and it's kind of like if I'm, you know, talking to my dolls kind of thing. It looks like she's paying attention, which I really like. This cutie down here is a work in progress. She is a Bobobi Erin, and she is my first BJD that I have ever received. I got her from a lovely, lovely girl on Instagram. Really, really sweet. She practically slingshot this girl across the earth to get her to me. She went super fast. Alright, this girl I actually got from a seller on eBay, and this body, I believe, came with a different head. I also purchased this from eBay, and this head I purchased from a user on Instagram, and they sent me a copy of the COA for those and everything. This girl in the corner is a mini Fee Celine in tan skin. I got her from a seller who was in the UK, I believe. She was either from, no, it was from someone from Russia or Germany. The seller herself was really nice, but she did take a really long time to send her out to me, and it was to the point where I thought I was getting scammed, but she let me know that she was really sick and she wasn't able to really correspond with people like that. I love how she poses. She's really beautiful. She has a face up by a girl on Instagram called Booty Chan, and she did a really, really beautiful job on her. The eyes came with the doll's head. And yeah, I think she has the newer active line body with the cutie bust, because I don't really like big boobed dolls like that, because I'm kind of part of the itty bitty titty committee myself. So yeah, that's happening. This girl here is a tiny Delf Heidi. I got her from someone on Instagram a little while ago. I need to make her clothes. She has been naked for this entire time, and I'm very sad that I've not made her something to wear, even though she is like cute as a button. I need to do something about that really soon. She has a company face up. which is really sweet, and I really, really love her to pieces. What ended up happening was she actually scuffed part of her face up. Her, this eyebrow on this side actually got a scrape in it, so I had to fix it with some of my watercolor pencils, and so now you can't even really see that it was damaged because it's still a continuous segment of brown. This tan girl doesn't have a name yet. Heidi doesn't have a name yet, and this is Erin. I need to get her some cuter eyes and put in her lashes and give her a wig, because I have a wig for her but it never fits properly, so I need to go and fix that. So now that's the top row. Let's get down here to all of my other Lillycat girls. This is a Lillycat Poolpie in the peach skin. I got her from a really awesome girl named Kim on Instagram. We still chat every so often. She is so sweet, and I love her little juicy legs. Like these are such cuties. Like, let me just look at that face. She's just the sweetest little thing. Her Instagram picture, for the seller that wanted to post her, had her kind of reaching out to the camera, and I was like, oh my goodness, that's so sweet. I really need her in my life now. Oh my gosh, because I was trying to resist getting her. Oh, she is a tad bit floppy though. Hold on, let me see if I can get her to sit up straight. So hopefully I can get some new elastic for her so I can get her restrung. She doesn't have a name yet. I'm still trying to figure out what to call her, except for Cutie Pie and Sweetie, because she's just the sweetest little thing. She did come with a company face-up, which I'm in love with, and she did come with these eyes and this wig. She also came with the little kitty ears, which I keep in a bag with her COA because I actually kind of prefer her without the kitty ears, but these eyes are really, really pretty. I really like how like luminous they are, and they're like some of my favorite eyes I have. Right up there with my Lemon Jelly Shop eyes, which are my #1 favorite. This is a new girl. Her name is Shania. She is in the chocolate skin. She is a chibi newt from Lillycat. I made these little dresses. Aren't they so precious? She's a little bit taller actually than Poolpie and Bo, but she is more of a mature sculpt. Like, she has more normal proportions, whereas these two are really, really chibi, kind of childish proportions. She seems more of an adult when it comes to her proportions. She came with a company face-up and eyes, and she is my first brand new BJD. Like, she is the very first full doll that I've ever purchased directly from a company or an artist, and I love her to pieces, and I can't wait until I get her hair done. I have to make her a wig and make more outfits for her and all of that stuff, because I see her with like a short kind of curly bob, just slightly curly, like at the very ends, and I'll have to see what I have in my stash. I do have some alpaca fiber, and I'm gonna work on that over the holiday break because I have time off, and I'm looking forward to that. Next to her, this is a Lillycat Bow. She is my first small Lillycat doll. Like, I'm really loving her to pieces. I actually wanted her in the Lilas skin when the pre-order came out, but I chickened out at the last minute to order her, and I'm really sad about that because I really, really love the Lilas color. I may be able to find her secondhand one day in the Lilas so that I can have two of her, one in this lovely gray skin and one in the Lilas purple, but we shall see how that goes. I also got her from a really, really, really sweet girl. Her name is Liz, and she is one of the first dolls I ever put on layaway. Liz was awesome. She let me do an extended layaway that I was able to pay off early, and I was really excited about that. And we are still friends, we still chat, and I'm really glad. This particular buying experience was a dream, and I am so glad that I get to meet so many wonderful people in this hobby. So that is her. These are all the floating heads I have at home right now. So I'm just going to go down the line and tell you who is who. This is a doll Chateau Debbie. I wasn't really in love with her first face-up. This is my first attempt at a resin BJD face up. It's not the best, and I was still learning stuff, but I'm really pleased with how her lips turned out actually. So that's her. I need to get her own body. Well, all of these heads I need to get their own bodies, but although I'm still trying to figure out if I want to keep Debbie. I'm still figuring out if I want to keep Debbie. I'm leaning more towards yes, but we'll see how that goes. Right next to her, this is a doll Chateau Delia, and I love Delia's lips. I love them to pieces. She has a face up by me as well. I'm really glad. Actually, let me pick her up and show you her in the light. She has a very interesting face sculpt, I think, and I love her lips, and I really, really like how her eyebrow and eyelashes turned out. And these eyes I got from somewhere in Russia. They're on Etsy, and if I remember to come back, I'll put a link in the description box below for that seller. So that's her. And since I picked her up, let me pick up Debbie so you can see what her face up looks like up close. For my first face up, I'm really pleased about how the lashes turned out. They're not as fine as I'd like them to be, and the color's not as smooth because I didn't have the brushes that I do now. But I really like how cute she is. I imagine her as like a darker redhead, like an auburn, almost a brown. So yeah, I think I might keep her, and I like all these little freckles and moles that I put on her. She is really, really cute. Alright, so that is her. These three down here are heads that I've purchased. These two I got directly from Doll in Mind, and this one I got from a seller on Instagram. So let me go over these two first. This is another Doll in Mind Lorena head. This one's in white skin. I have plans for this girl as well as this one down here. This is a Doll in Mind Layla head, and I was thinking of making these two sisters but in tan skin, but I wasn't willing to pay for tan skin, and I didn't have tan skin. These two heads, the Lorena and Layla sculpts, they were having a discontinuation sale, so where normally they'd be about $80 to $90 per head, I actually got them for about $50 and some change per head. So this is Lorena. I really, really love her lips, and for me, her face sculpt kind of reminds me a little bit of a girl of color, like her nose and the way her lips are shaped, as well as the brow structure. So I'm really excited to do that. When it comes to the dyeing, I've never dyed a doll before. This is Layla. This will probably be Lorena's more sassy sister. Just look at these eyes. Oh my goodness. And I have some eyes from Lemon Jelly that are coming in that'll hopefully fit these girls. I ordered 12mm, so we'll see how that goes. And this is a Doll Zone Scarecrow Hal, which is actually a male sculpt, but I really, really like how cute this face sculpt is. I really like this little button nose and this really, really friendly kind of appearance and smile almost in the corner of the eyes. And I actually found this one on Instagram, but I also saw that the seller on Instagram had it on eBay, and I was watching it on eBay, and then they dropped the price by half. So initially they wanted $80 for this head, but then they were selling it on eBay for $45, so I jumped on that, and now I have her here with me, and this was kind of an impulse Christmas present for myself. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do for Hal. Now Hal, I actually had another head that I was looking at on Instagram that had a face up, but it was being sold for like $110, and that wasn't including shipping and handling and all of that stuff. So when I saw that head on eBay for sale for such a crazy low price, I had to jump on it. So yeah, that is my entire Dolly crew for 2018. And what I'm thinking is I need to build another shelf. This is actually my sewing cabinet. There are all my machines down there. What I want to do is I want to put another shelf like down here underneath this first shelf so that I can put some of my other dolls there and just kind of have like 2 rows of dolls. What I'll probably need to do is reconfigure this shelf here and maybe move it up a little bit. Yeah, I'll probably end up having to move these books into longer rows that are a little bit lower so that I can have 2 rows of girls, and then I'll probably put a shelf down here and then have another stack of maybe books or like some kind of stand that everyone can sit up, some kind of bench that I can make so that we can have 2 rows of dolls in the back there. Because as you can see, I have quite a few dolls and I don't really plan on stopping really. I have a couple Dolly plans for the new year, and yeah, I will keep you posted on those.